You're listening to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. On today's episode of the podcast, we review match number 22 of IPL 2021 between the Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. It's the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast, and let's get started. Let's have a look at the match summary from game number 22 of IPL 2021 from Ahmedabad between the Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. The Royal Challengers Bangalore batted first and made 5 for 171 from their 20 overs. AB de Villiers top scored with 75 not out off 42 balls. Avesh Khan, Ishant Sharma, Mishra, and Axel Patel all took 1 wicket each for the Delhi Capitals. The Delhi Capitals finished on 4 for 170 from their 20 overs. Rishabh Pant top scored with 58 not out of 48 balls. Harshal Patel took 2 wickets for RCB. RCB won by 1 run, and AB de Villiers was named man of the match. What were some of the key moments and key factors from this match between the Delhi Capitals and the Royal Challengers Bangalore? I thought the partnership between Hetmeyer and Pant of 78 unbeaten for the 6th wicket was the key moment and key factor in this match because the Delhi Capitals were 4 for 92 inside 12.4 overs in the run chase, and Hetmeyer and Pant came in and together added 78 unbeaten for the 6th wicket. They did well to get the Delhi Capitals within 14 runs in the last over to win the match. The other key factor in this match and the contributing factor to RCB winning this match was Mohammad Siraj's death bowling in the last over of the match. It was a brilliant over bowled by him, which led to RCB winning this match by 1 run. Let's have a look at the Delhi Capitals team performance in this match. We'll start with their batsmen: Shaw 21, Dhawan 6, Smith 4, Pant 58 not out, Stoinis 22, and Hetmeyer 53 not out. I thought they batted well today, the Delhi Capitals. They were in a bit of trouble early, 4 down for 95 in the run chase inside 12.4 overs, chasing RCB's 171. And Pant and Hetmeyer came in, and their partnership of 78 unbeaten for the 6th wicket got Delhi back into this match. It's very important, obviously, to rebuild. When you're 4 down early, like the Capitals were, it was very important for them to rebuild and get a partnership established. Obviously, this Ahmedabad surface is a very good batting surface. No demons in this pitch. The ball was coming onto the bat quite nicely. You've got the dew to assist you, so the dew on the ground and on the pitch makes the ball skid off the pitch a bit quicker, come onto the bat quite nicely. So they were favourites to chase this total down because the side batting second in Ahmedabad usually wins. And we've seen that from the games in Ahmedabad, that the side batting second has won. We saw that in that India and England T20 series in Ahmedabad. We saw majority of those games, the side batting second won. And we even saw against the Punjab Kings and the Kolkata Knight Riders, the Knight Riders winning batting second. So for Delhi, they were on track to chase down these runs. I thought Pant and Hetmeyer did an exceptional job. So that partnership got them within 14 runs needed off the last serve of the match, and they fell 1 run short. So it was a good effort from Pant and Hetmeyer, but fantastic bowling from Siraj to defend 14 runs off the last over, and RCB ended up winning by 1 run. But that's very important for Delhi, even though they didn't get the runs with the bat and they fell by 1 run short. For them, it's about trying to show that belief that we can still win. And even though they lost this game, Delhi, they shouldn't be too disappointed with the performance with their batting. Yes, it didn't help to lose early wickets early on. I think that probably put them back a bit. But Pant and Hetmeyer believe that this is still a good batting surface. There's no demons in this pitch that's going to trouble us. So let's just build a partnership, get in and get set, and believe, because we're still a chance to win this game. So I thought for Delhi, the positive there was that they showed that belief. It's very important in cricket to show and believe in yourself and show that self-belief to the rest of the team to say, hey, we can still win this game. Despite what everyone says, we can still win. And unfortunately for Delhi, it didn't quite go their way today. But I thought that's a great sign for them going forward, that no matter what position they're in with the bat, either batting first or batting second in this IPL, they still have that belief that they can still win from anywhere. So that's great to see from Delhi. I think the one area they can get better at is not losing early wickets. 4 down for 95. Yet again, wickets are important in T20 cricket. You have wickets in hand, then you can attack. And it makes the job a lot easier, especially when you're chasing runs in a run chase. When you have wickets in hand, if there were none for 95, then they would have won this game. But they lost early wickets, and that put them on the back foot. So I think going forward for Delhi, they need to conserve wickets and make sure they have wickets in hand and not losing early wickets early in their batting innings. But overall, I thought it was a great effort from Pant and Hetmeyer. They deserved to get Delhi over the line in this game. But overall, their batting was fantastic to get close the way they did. Unfortunately, to fall 1 run short is agony, and they'll be feeling it, the Delhi Capitals, but it was a great effort from them and from Pant and Hetmeyer as well. Let's have a look at their bowlers. A wicket each for Axel Patel, Rabada, Afish Khan, Mishra and Ishant Sharma. No wickets for Stoinis. I thought their bowling today, the Delhi Capitals, was a bit poor at times, I think. I think they started well. They got RCB 3 down for 60 in 8.3 overs. That was a good start, but I don't think they didn't capitalise on that because de Villiers got in and got set and he smashed 75 not out and got RCB up to 171. So if the Delhi Capitals got him 5 down, for example, and really seized on that moment, they would have been chasing a lot less than 171, maybe 140, maybe 150. So I didn't think they grabbed that opportunity there with the ball. They had RCB 3 down for 60. They didn't quite capitalise on that moment, I don't think. Didn't really quite take wickets at regular intervals to put them under pressure either. And they leaked runs as well. That was no surprise. On this Ahmedabad surface, you are going to leak some runs because it is such a good batting surface. So, and I thought their lines and lengths today were a bit off at times, and their execution with the ball and their plans were a bit off. So I think for Delhi going forward with the ball, it's just trying to work on the execution side of their bowling and trying to take wickets up front early as well, which is very important for their bowlers. But, their bowling attack's world class. They've got some very good bowlers, so they'll definitely bounce back for the next game. But overall, it was a good effort from Delhi to get close the way they did. Unfortunately, they didn't quite get the win, but hopefully this win will get them some confidence heading into their next game, and hopefully for them, they can draw on from this game and draw on from this momentum that they've picked up in this game. Even though they lost it, they can still look back on this game and say, we can still play our best. When we play our best, we're a chance to win some games. So for Delhi going forward, it's about trying to learn from this game and getting better for the next games and hopefully for the rest of this IPL season. Let's have a look at the Royal Challengers Bangalore's team performance in this match. We'll start with their batsmen, Curley 12, Padikkal 17, Padia 31, Maxwell 25 and de Villiers 75 not out. I thought they batted much better today, RCB, compared to their game against CSK. It was a much better batting display from them. They were 3 down for 60 inside 8.3 overs, so in a bit of trouble, but AB de Villiers was able to smash 75 not out and got RCB up to 171 on this Ahmedabad surface. His innings, along with his partnership for the 4th wicket of 54 between him and Padia, pretty much got them up to that 171 score. I thought they batted much smarter in this game, RCB. They took their time to get in and get set on this surface in Ahmedabad, built partnerships, they read conditions well, batted accordingly to the conditions, and they just batted sensibly, really. And that's what you need to do in T20 cricket. Take your time, get in and get set, read the conditions, and cash in. And on this Ahmedabad surface, it is a high-scoring ground, as we've seen. During that India and England T20 series, it was quite a high-scoring match. And usually the side batting second usually won. So it'd be interesting to see, with the league games still to be played here at Ahmedabad, plus the playoffs and the final to be played in Ahmedabad as well. It'll be interesting to see what sort of scores we get. And the batting side batting second, Are they going to win the games or not? So it'll be very interesting to see that. But I thought RCB did well to get to 171. And in the end, it was a match-winning score. For them, I think going forward in terms of their batting, I think trying to keep wickets in hand will be the key for them. I thought they could have got a lot more than 171 on this pitch in Ahmedabad. 3 down for 60, so you're on the back foot there a little bit. You've lost 3 wickets, so you've got 7 wickets in hand. But if there were none down for 60, for example, then they were able to play with freedom and look to attack and really take the attack to the Delhi Capital bowlers on this very good surface in Ahmedabad. So I think for RCB going forward, it was a much better batting display from them compared to the batting display against CSK. But for them going forward, I think not to lose early wickets early, I think is the key for them. Because if they have wickets in hand, they can play with that sense of freedom. And then Maxwell can come in along with de Villiers and just hit the ball everywhere and hit big sixes and get runs because they're not coming under that pressure, for example. If they're like 3 down for 60 or something, then Maxwell coming in along with de Villiers, they're coming under a bit of pressure there. So I think for RCB going forward, it's very important for them to keep wickets in hand early, and then that will allow them to go on the attack towards the back end of the innings and hopefully get big scores when they're batting first or chasing down totals when they're batting second. But overall, I thought it was a great batting display from them today. It was a much better display from them with the bat compared to the game against CSK. Good to see them learn from that game against CSK, look to improve it in this game against Delhi, and they certainly did that. So good signs ahead for RCB with their batting. Let's have a look at their bowlers. 2 wickets for Patel, a wicket for Jamieson and Siraj, no wickets for Sundar, Sams and Chahal. I thought their bowling today, RCB, was a bit of a mixed bag. They bowled pretty well up front. They had the Delhi Capitals 4 down for 92 inside 12.4 overs. And obviously I thought that was an opportunity for RCB to take more wickets because you have the Capitals 4 down for 92. Imagine if you put 2 wickets onto that. They're 6 down for 92 and they're under pressure chasing 171. So I thought they missed a bit of a trick there. They could have really seized that opportunity to really put them on the back foot, but the partnership between Pant and Hetmeyer of 78 unbeaten for the 6th wicket pretty much got Delhi back in the game, and they sort of lost their way with the ball there. They leaked some runs, didn't quite execute their lines and lengths and plans with the ball, and Pant and Hetmeyer were able to cash in on that poor bowling. It wasn't until the last serve of the match where they bowled pretty well, and it was Mohammad Siraj who bowled the last serve of the match. And the Capitals needed 14 runs off the last over to win. And Mohammad Siraj bowled superbly. His bowling was unreal. And RCB have had their problems with death bowling in recent times. But I think this year they found their mojo with their death bowling. And certainly Mohammad Siraj bowled well at the death today. To come in, to defend 14 runs off the last over, to win the match for RCB, it was unbelievable. The last over went for 11.244. That's unbelievable bowling. That's brilliant bowling under pressure. I thought he executed his skills quite well with the ball. He knew his plans and he executed those plans. Absolutely, he executed them. So it was great to see Mohammad Siraj bowl that way. Obviously, we know he's a great bowler. And obviously, that's great signs for RCB going forward, that we can use Mohammad Siraj at the death and bowl him in these situations, and he will get the job done for us. And he did for RCB today in this game against the Delhi Capitals. So that's great signs for RCB going forward with their death bowling. So overall, their bowling was good in patches. Certainly the last over from Siraj was good. The middle, with the partnership between Pant and Hetmeyer, they sort of lost their way. But the start of the innings, they bowled quite well. So a bit of a mismatch performance there from RCB. Obviously, a lot of areas to get better at. But for them, obviously, their bowling was good. Obviously, they won the game in the end, so that's a good result from them. So overall, their performance was quite good in this game, RCB. Good comeback, good to bounce back after that loss against CSK. Let's have a look at the Delhi Capitals' potential 11 for their next match against the Kolkata Knight Riders. I don't think the Capitals will make any changes to their 11. Even though they lost this game by 1 run, I think it's important for the Capitals to keep the consistency and cohesion with the team. So they don't need to make too many changes to their team to interrupt that. So their potential 11 could be Shaw, Dhawan, Smith, Pant, Stoinis, Hetmeyer, Patel, Rabada, Khan, Mishra, and Ishant Sharma. Let's have a look at the Royal Challengers Bangalore's potential 11 for their next match against the Punjab Kings. I don't think they'll make any changes to their 11 RCB. I think it's very important for them, just like the Delhi Capitals, to keep the consistency and cohesion with this team. You don't want to make too many changes and interrupt that flow and rhythm with the team, with the consistency and the cohesion. So their potential 11 could be Kohli, Padikkal, Padiyar, Maxwell, De Villiers, Sundar, Sams, Jamieson, Patel, Siraj, and Chahal. What can we expect from both teams heading into their next match? The Delhi Capitals, their next match is against the Kolkata Knight Riders on Thursday at Ahmedabad. For the Delhi Capitals, they will be disappointed losing this game by 1 run. But they played well and shouldn't be too hard on themselves. It was a fantastic team effort. For them, it's about bouncing back and repeating this performance against the Kolkata Knight Riders. RCB's next game is against the Punjab Kings on Friday at Ahmedabad. For RCB, they'll be happy to bounce back and get back to winning ways. For them, it's about trying to improve and learn from this game against the Delhi Capitals, heading into their next match against the Punjab Kings. Overall, what a game of cricket. Joy for RCB winning by 1 run, agony for the Delhi Capitals falling just 1 run short, but they tried their best. The IPL delivers yet again, another classic game of T20 cricket. At the end of the day, cricket was the real winner. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get the latest episodes of the podcast. And like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Until next time, keep safe and bye for now.